Historians continue to argue about when Russia arose. They put forward their own assumptions and try to prove that only their theory is correct. Everyone has his own arguments. Various theories appear, which can be partially confirmed by facts. What is Russia? To answer the question about the date of origin, first of all, it is necessary to determine what is commonly called Rus. Researchers say that it is mostly about the creation of a new state on the territory of Eastern Europe. And immediately there is a problem. The country cannot appear in an instant. It is a very long process. Therefore, historians cannot come to a common denominator and name a specific date when the old Russian state emerged, the researchers explain. Historians also argue about who were the ancestors of the Slavic tribes that united and became a state. Part assures that the Varangians were never Scandinavians. Other researchers insist that the Slavs are direct descendants of the Vikings. In the Annals of Rurikovich, never once claimed that their ancestors were Scandinavians, and Vikings themselves also never called Russian princes their distant relatives. Therefore, the Scandinavian origin of Slavs is doubtful. Some historians assert the beginning of history. Many assure that Russia was created in 862. It was then that the Slavans, who lived in Novgorod, invited Rurik and his relatives to the city. They were to govern the principality. It was a grandiose event for those times, but in the Scandinavian annals, there is not a word about it. They tell about Rurik of Jutland, but there is no mention that he once lived on the territory of the old Russian state. Note historians. For the first time, the state in East Europe began to name Russia in 852. This name is mentioned in the Tale of Bygone Years. In 842, Michael II was at the helm. He also for the first time declared that this territory is the Russian land. The first mention. The most known date, 860. Exactly then Rus has decided to attack Constantinople. Legends were made about the battle. Therefore, it is possible to make assumption that the old Russian state already existed some period. In 839, to Germany ambassadors from Constantinople have arrived. In annals, it is spoken about that they had to reach very long because of aggressive peoples. It was about Russia. Therefore, it is possible with accuracy to be sure that some state formation already existed in this year. Historians speak. Prosperity of Russia. All the same researchers say that the date of the foundation of Russia should be considered 862. It was then in the country began the process of baptism after the campaign to Constantinople. Then the same state was conditionally divided into two. One of the centers was in Novgorod. There ruled Ruriks, and in Kiev was located Prince Askol together with his brother Dur. In 882, there was unification. Novgorodians have attacked the city on Dnieper and have killed their local princes. It is possible to consider that Russia has appeared on a political map of the world in the period from 839 for 882. And maybe it all is the fullest nonsense. In fact, the history constantly rewrite those who had authority, and for so many centuries it was rewritten 10 times. This we will not know for sure.